Hey guys, what's going on? This is Keyz. Now check it out. Definitely want to subscribe to the channel before we go any further. As you already know, I'm always giving great content, so you definitely don't want to miss out on that. Now today, I want to show you guys step by step on how I helped one of my first student for 2018 hit his first $1,000 day. And as you could see, this is a screenshot he sent me. This is a screenshot he sent me last night. And this took us about, I want to say, about 2 to 3 weeks to accomplish. I'm not going to lie, what played a great factor in it is the fact that, you know, he had a budget that he could spend on the ads to help him find his winning products. We actually tested about 5 products, and about 2 of them end up being a hit. And right now I'm going to show you step by step exactly what we did to find this winning product. So now, of course, I was showing him some strategies. We pulled out 2 products from watchcount.com, and actually that was really all of his work. He ended up finding 2 products that he really wanted to test. So, you know, we threw that in it, and also we found 2 more products from pexda.com. I'm going to put the links down below for that. And that's another site where it shows you some winning products that you could, you know, test out. And we also use a Google Chrome app where we can spy on other Shopify stores, and we pulled out a product from there. So, like I said, I'm going to show you like the blueprint, where I'm going to give you the blueprint of how exactly we tested this product. Now, this dude right here, I'm not going to lie, just to give a little backstory about him, you know, shout out to Mark. He's, you know, he's one of my coaching students. And this guy is so crazy. He was introduced to Shopify about 2 years ago. And it's not until the ending of last year that he found out that things was about to be shaky in the job that he's currently working in for this year. So long story short, this guy blew up my emails, blew up my, you know, my social media like Facebook and other stuff to get into contact with me. Long story short, he locked in, and, you know, I was working with him. Actually, we wrapped up the coaching about, you know, last week. Because you know, it was intense, because he really was going ham. Like, he really showed me he was hungry. But it's not until like the last 2 weeks of the coaching that we started to test products. And like I said, we tested about 5 products, 4 to 5 products, and 2 of them came out. You know, the potential winners. We're still in scaling phase right now. But I could tell just by the way things are going, it's definitely going to be big for him, and I can't wait to see that. From the 5 products that we posted up, we were spending roughly about, now remind you, this is because his budget was much higher. Like, he was able to spend a good amount of money on his ads. Now, you guys who don't have too much of a capital to work with when it comes to your Facebook ads and testing your products, please do not feel discouraged of these numbers that I'm going to be throwing up out there. As in, like, don't feel like you have to have that much capital to work with in order for you to find, you know, a winning product. Always remember, when I first started off, I had close to 0 capital to work with. So just remember that there is hope, even when you feel like, you know, there's none at all. On each product, we were spending about close to $100 a day on testing each individual product. So that's just to give you a rough estimate. But within the 3rd day, we eliminated the ones that weren't doing too good, and we started to focus on the ones that were doing good. And after that, we started to then break down the ads even more so we could find out exactly where is the customers are coming from. So what exactly we did is that, just like, I told you guys, I'm working on a new strategy. So we threw a PPE. Everything was video. Every product that we test, we use a video ad for it. So we had a PPE video that was running for about $25 a day. We had a video view ad that's running for $25 a day. Mind you, we're using the same post. We're using the same post. We didn't create a new post again. We're using the same existing post. So we had a video view. So that's two that's rolling. And after that, we use a web conversion. Web conversion with about 6 to 7 adsets inside of the web conversion campaign. So we had about 3 campaigns running, and a total of about a good, I want to say, good 10 ad sets in total. With everything, about 10 ad sets in total that's running. So like I said, the PPE is going for $25. The video view is going for $25, and each ad set inside the web conversion, we did add to cart. Add to cart. We did $10 each ad set. And this is a strategy that I learned. Like I said, I learned from someone else. And now I'm trying to share that with you guys. Within 24 hours, we could kind of tell which one was the ones to kill and which one was the one to kind of like that keep on running. And within the first 24 hours, the 2 products that's doing well actually brought us in about 3 sales each. Did a worldwide campaign for all of them. All of them was targeting worldwide, and of course for each product, we was only using interest words in the audience targeting. We didn't do behavior, we didn't do demographics, we only did interest. For the web conversion part, for each ad set, we made sure that if when you scroll down and you go into the advanced options, when you scroll down into when you're building your web conversion ads, make sure that you set up your ads to optimize within 1-day clicks. Then I'll say like the second day is when we knew that we definitely had a good product in our hands, and we eliminated the interests that wasn't working. So that's kind of where the ad sets come in with the web conversion add to cart. Let me just go deeper into that. When we set up our web conversion ad, the reason why we did about 7 ad sets is because we end up splitting up each interest audience into its own ad set. So of course, if we was to make a PPE, right? So say for example, if we're doing a microphone product, so once we setting up the PPE, and of course once you get to the detailed targeting box, of course you put that this is a microphone. Like, then you start thinking like, who would use it? Maybe you're gonna put studio, or what you could do is put in microphone. Let's say this is the product. Put in microphone, and Facebook is gonna Facebook has a suggestion button that you could push, and it will give you a list of other of other interests that's close related to the first interest that you placed in the box. So you could go in and go through that list and find other interest audiences that's related to the first interest word that you placed in with the audience that you're targeting. So of course you might find something like studio, microphone, or whatever it is that's related to it. We also made sure that all of our audiences was over 1 million. There's going to be products that you might bump into where the audiences might not be over 1 million, especially if it's a super niche product. So don't be alarmed. Don't feel like, oh, you don't have a good product. This is just, like I said, 9 times out of 10, I'm always looking for products where I could try to reach out big, because I could end up scaling out big too. Say for example, you got the PPE and you start listing those interest words. Not saying that you should just stop at 7 or 8. You could go on, you could probably just do 3 if you want to. There's not a legit number of how much interest audiences that you should target. Some people say, hey, should I just put 5 or 10 or 20? There's not a perfect number of interests you should put in. I usually do about a good 7 to 10. It's all up to you. The video view, you make sure you're targeting those same audiences that you placed into your PPE. So if you did video, if you did microphone, studio microphone, church or whatever it is that's related to the product that you feel like you might find those audiences, make sure you use those same audience inside of your video view ad now too. Once we get to the web conversion now is when we end up making sure that we're targeting add to cart. This is, like I said, this is what I do. I go to add to cart. I make sure I set up my web conversion for add to cart. And now I split up each ad set individually with just a single audience for each one. So I have one ad set that's only targeting microphone. I have another ad set that's targeting studio microphone, and so on. Each of those ad sets is going for about $10. But remember, guys, you can stick within your budget. It don't necessarily have to be $25. They don't necessarily have to be that. But of course, if you're doing a lower budget, you definitely want to give it a good, 3 to 5 days as usual to just let it optimize so you could get the data that you want. And the reason why I do worldwide now is because now I'm seeing that I'm getting so much data. So what we did from that is as soon as we started to receive sales and we see that the product that we had was really profitable, we end up moving into getting a lookalike audience based on the people who viewed about 50 to 95% of the video. Those of you guys who don't know how to do lookalike audiences, I would urge you definitely, there's information all over YouTube. You can see how, to build lookalike audiences from, videos, Facebook video ads, just look that up. And I'm definitely going to try my best to see if I could, do a tutorial, also on how to build these lookalike audiences. But this is what's going to really help out too. Mind you, while we're still trying to scale our ad sets, remember the ones that's not doing good within 3 days, once I see, or within 3 to 5 days, I want to say about 5 days, that we've seen that some of the ad sets wasn't converting, as in like bringing in sales too. We end up canceling the ones that wasn't performing too well. We canceled the ones that wasn't performing too well, and then we left the ones that were doing good. We moved on and we end up making the lookalike audience based on everybody that was watching the video. And now we targeted the US. And then after that we set up about 10 different lookalike audiences for purchase conversions on the web conversion. And we test all of that. And of course, we went deeper and deeper, but just so I could give you a quick blueprint of how exactly we test our products and we able to scale it. This is how I was doing it. Now remember, same thing for the web conversion is that, we ended up duplicating our web conversions. The add to carts to a larger amount of budget daily. And of course, we end up even converting that, doing a whole new campaign just for purchase conversions for each of those ad sets that was doing good as well. Now, I'm sorry if I'm throwing so much information at you guys. Definitely, if you have to pause the video so you could take notes, I would definitely recommend that. But this is just a rough blueprint of what helped, my student Mark end up making his first, $1,200 day plus. He ended up texting me. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, I ended up posting the text message that he sent to me, earlier today, that, him expressing himself and showing that the screenshot and him expressing himself, how much, I helped him and everything. So sorry guys, I had to kind of run through this whole video, even though it is kind of lengthy, but I definitely hope you guys got some valuable stuff from this video. And guys, definitely, like I said, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm pretty sure there's other people that would love to hear this information. And, like I said, if you have any questions, please comment down below. Reach out to me in, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, email me. I'm always here. Remember, guys, there's a lot of stuff down inside the description below that you can see what other services that I provide within the Shopify, and so I could better help you with whatever you need help with within drop shipping. So, guys, see you guys next time, and peace.
I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation.